swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth? Nothing but the truth, so help you God. Sir, could you please state your full name and then spell it for the record?
My name is Nicholas Pappas, Nickolas. Last name Pappas, P-A-P-A-C-S.
Sir, what do you do for a living?
I am a detective with the Henderson Police Department.
And which unit are you currently assigned?
I am currently assigned to the Crimes Against Persons unit, also known as our robbery homicide unit.
How long have you been with that unit?
A little over 2 years with this specific unit.
How long have you been with Henderson PD in total?
A little over 20 years.
I want to bring your attention back to August 7th of 2023. On that date, were you called to a homicide scene?
I was.
Were you called while on duty?
I was actually off duty that day.
Why were you called in off duty?
Generally, given the size of our unit, anytime that we have an incident such as that, they need additional resources, so the people typically off duty will also get called.
Okay, and so on this particular day you're off, you get called in, and around what time do you respond to the scene, if you
I
remember?
believe I responded at 10:36 that morning.
And was the scene at Haladura,
It was.
located within Clark County, Nevada?
Yes, sir.
May I approach?
Yes.
Show you a few exhibits. 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. Do those all look generally familiar to you?
Yes, sir.
And are those all fair and accurate depictions of aerial maps of a couple of different scenes you responded to in this particular case, being the Haladura scene and Porcupine Rim?
Yes, sir.
Move to the admission of those.
No objection.
Okay, those are your minute.
Thank you. So I'm going to start with Exhibit 9. Detective, is this the actual homicide scene that you respond to on Haladura?
Yes, sir.
Represented by a little red flag?
Yes, sir.
When you respond to the scene, Detective, what is going on at the scene?
Well, it was an active crime scene. Obviously, I was not one of the first detectives to arrive, so I was a little behind everybody else.
Okay. Had the main, or I guess lead homicide detectives already arrived?
I believe so.
And who would that be in this case?
Detective Dennis Lozada was primary in this case.
Okay. Primary meaning he's kind of responsible for delegating duties and such?
That is correct.
But you have a role in this as well?
Yes.
You worked in a support role, essentially?
Yes.
What is it that you first do when you arrive on this particular scene?
So when I originally got called out to this, like I said, I was a little bit behind, so we were in charge of actually canvassing for video surveillance originally.
Okay. I'm going to show you states 11A. You recognize this?
Yes.
Is this that same Haladura neighborhood with a bunch of yellow tags on it?
Yes, it is.
Do you know if this represents the video canvas that was done by your team?
I believe so, yes.
And can you direct the jury to the area where you were responsible for?
So originally I was in charge of the Carolina Laurel area.
Okay.
Which looks like it's going to be perpendicular to Paul area.
Yeah, let me go back to 9. Carolina Laurel, is that here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that is perpendicular to the Haladura address. Tell us generally what a canvas entails.
Typically with the canvas, we will walk the locations in the surrounding area looking for video cameras, surveillance, ring cameras on the, next to the doors and everything. Anything that would signify that they possibly have video surveillance.
Okay. While you're doing your particular canvas of Carolina Laurel, are you called away to do something else?
Well, I made contact with a couple people on Carolina Laurel.
Oh, okay. You make contact with people. Do you remember if you yourself impounded any video from Carolina Laurel?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you learn of any surveillance on Carolina Laurel?
I believe that there was no surveillance available.
Okay. At some point in time after your canvas, are you called away to do something else?
Yes.
What is that?
I did conduct an interview after the canvas.
With?
That would have been Devyn Michaels.
Okay. So let's not get there just yet.
Okay.
at some point in time, do you make contact with a homeowner that provides a phone number for who ultimately you identify as Devyn Michaels?
That is correct.
Was there another name used, or
David Dent, I believe, was the person.
no? I mean the other name.
Oh, as far as Nikki.
Okay. Was there initially some confusion as to who Nikki was?
Yes.
And describe that a little bit.
There were multiple names being used. Nikki was one of the names that we learned of, and we didn't know exactly what association there was with the decedent. So that was a little bit of a navigation as far as getting through that.
Ultimately, do you receive a phone number for Nikki of 702-677-4340?
44 is 30, I believe, yes.
Oh, 4430? Okay. And do you remember contacting that number?
I did.
Did you make contact with someone who identified themselves as Nikki?
I don't remember if it was Nikki or if it was Devyn that identified on the phone.
Okay. Nonetheless, do you tell that person to come back to the scene?
Yeah, so I request.
Request that person to come back to the scene. And that person does arrive?
Yes.
Do you see that person in court here today?
I did.
Can you please point to that person, describe something she's wearing today?
She's sitting across over here, looks like wearing a purple blouse, and I can't see the actual pants.
Would the record reflect identification of the defendant?
Record so reflects.
Thank you. You indicated earlier that you conduct an interview with the defendant.
I did.
Was that interview audio recorded?
It was.
Was that done in anyone else's presence?
It was.
Who else was present for that interview?
Detective Dennis Lozano was present for that.
Okay. I want to ask you, just generally while we get it booted up, I apologize. At the time you interview the defendant, are you treating her as a suspect, a witness, an unknown? Like, how are you approaching this?
It was an unknown at that point because we really had no idea what was going on.
Okay. Did you have some preliminary information from a woman by the name of Yoko?
I believe so.
Okay. But is this more of like an information gathering, not like an interrogation of a suspect?
That is correct.
Tell us generally what's the difference between an information gathering and like a full-on interrogation.
I'd say like in an information gathering type interview, we are literally trying to solicit information as far as what's going on because we don't have all the details. I would say an interrogation would be more directed as far as directing and questioning, possibly treating them as a suspect.
Okay, so at this point you're just looking for answers and anything you can get at that point. Okay. May we approach briefly?
Yes.
Judge, I would move for the admission of 618.
I'm sorry?
I would move for the admission of 618.
Are there any objection to 618?
No objection.
Okay, that would be admitted.
May we publish?
Yes.
And this was an audio recorded interview?
Yes.
Today is August 7th, 2023, approximately 12:11 in the afternoon. My name is Nicholas Alabama, number 1531. Also with the area interview is my partner, Detective Mathis, number 1505. We're here speaking with Mr. Canada. And Devyn Michaels. And we are here in reference to DR 23-15229. And we're in my detective vehicle parked near 2698 Colorado Garage. already told you that Johnathan was found deceased this morning. Okay, so
Detective, we're going to pause that 46 seconds in. Judge, we have a bit of an echo going. May I inquire if the jury can actually hear what's being said? Are there any issues? Okay. Thank you.
As well as, please remember, ladies and gentlemen, you will have this recording with you because it's been admitted into evidence, so you will have it for your review during the deliberation.
we don't know what happened to him. That's why we want to talk to you. See, I know you were here last night. You guys are like trying to move out of the house and move back to your place across town. Yeah. So if you guys go over the last time you saw him yesterday, your guys' conversation, anything that you think is important for us to know. As of right now, like I said, we don't know anything. You know, we just need to find out and start putting things together to figure out what happened.
We spent the whole day together yesterday. We did the girls' school shopping, clothes, pies. We loaded up the truck and we took it to my house. Unloaded it, came back here, was loading more things up. That was it. We just unloaded things. We ate, drank a little bit, smoked a little bit, but that was it. Like, nothing abnormal.
Okay. What time were you guys here last night?
Often on different times. I know, like, we left like at 9, I think. Got back, I think, at 10. And then I know I left, but I'm not sure what time. I was talking to Yoko, so she would have an idea of what time I left.
So last time you talked to Yoko was that after you talked to Yoko last night was when you left, or after that?
Shortly after that, yeah.
Okay.
Because she was cleaning up and I was cleaning, like, the bottles and stuff like that up.
Okay. And who was home at that time?
John, myself, Yoko, and Yoshida.
Okay. And then last night when you talked to Yoko, you don't remember what time that was last night, or was it this morning?
It was like midnight, 1 o'clock, I think.
Okay. Do you remember your conversation with her?
Yes.
What were you guys talking about?
We were talking about John owing her money, and she said he owes her like $200. We were talking about Andrea coming back. I know John's trying to get out before Andrea came back. And I left the keys for her for Andrea.
When was she supposed to come?
We don't know. John said it was going to be any day because she has to pick up the car before the 16th. So we know she's like supposed to be soon.
Soon, meaning within between now and the 16th?
Yes, sir.
So we don't know if she was coming today, nothing like that.
He just didn't want to be here when she got back. So we were kind of rushing to get everything moved. The majority of his stuff is at my house right now.
Okay. And then you guys were moving stuff back and forth yesterday. To your place. What's your address?
5510 Porcupine Road.
5510. How do you spell that?
Porcupine, Porcupine, Ram, R-I-M.
And is that in Vegas?
Yes,
You know the zip?
89130.
How do you spell your first name?
D-E-B-Y-N.
Last name?
Michaels.
Your date of birth?
42878
And your phone number?
702-677-4430.
Okay. So you're moving stuff back and forth to this house, 5510 Porcupine Road.
Yes, sir.
And then from there, you think you came back here around maybe 10 o'clock-ish. Did you guys pack up more stuff?
Yeah, I put more stuff in my truck, and then I went and grabbed my daughter's prescription, and I went home.
Okay, but you said that John was drinking when you guys got back the last time?
Yes.
So, I guess when you got back, kind of explain what happens from there. So,
he started drinking, and he started smoking. He smoked cigarettes and weed, and he was in the garage. Yoko came down. They were kind of having an issue. She went back upstairs, and then she came back down later. My husband and I was talking to each other.
and then he fell asleep.
No, he was in the garage when I left.
He was, okay, because Yoko told us that you told her that he was asleep.
No, I said I told him to sleep it off instead of trying to drive last night.
So when you left, he was still awake.
Yes,
And then working. And what was he doing in the garage?
smoking.
Smoking what?
Weed.
Yeah. And no one's in trouble for smoking weed or doing any bad drugs right now. We're worried about trying to figure out what happened to Johnathan. Okay, so don't leave anything out just because you think it might get someone in trouble. Okay.
It was just me.
Okay. Does he do anything else? You know?
No, sir. I know he smokes cigarettes and weed. I know he has drinking. He was drinking Jameson last night. I was cleaning everything up before I left.
So he's in the garage, say he's just smoking, and then you finish packing up your stuff, and then you take off.
Yeah.
That's the last time. You guys text each other or call each other?
I've been texting him all morning because today was the first day of school, and he was supposed to come down to help me with the grocery register.
When was the last time you talked to him last night over the phone? Like text or call?
No, last time I talked to him was face-to-face.
Okay, so you didn't text him when you got back to your place saying, hey, he didn't try texting you?
I texted him, you can help me from where it hurts. I texted him. Hey, this was 4 this morning when I was up trying to get the stuff for the girls ready for school. And I was saying, like, I can't find anything. And then I've just been calling and texting and haven't heard anything.
Okay. So, do you know, like, what he does for work?
He's a handyman, so he does odd jobs here and there.
Like side jobs?
Yeah.
People just call him, and then they'll just do things like, Mom said something about like the moving and stuff. Does he move people too? So he just does any kind of odd jobs. How long has he been doing that for?
A few years.
Does he have a lot of clientele, or is it just like word of mouth?
I think it's more word of mouth. I don't know his clientele. He says he puts ads up on Facebook, and he tries to drive his trailer around a lot. Like yesterday when we went shopping, I wanted to go into my car, but he wanted to use the trailer for advertising. So that's...
Do you know when last time he had a gig or job?
Friday. He did something on Friday. I don't know. He was moving somebody's stuff.
That's the last job that you know that he's done.
Yes, sir. He texted me for it. I don't know who it was for, but he told me how much he made and everything.
Okay.
But I don't know any of his friends. He talks about someone he works with named Andrew. I know David, that's the neighbor we've gone to his house. But I don't know who he works with. I don't know. I just don't know anybody of that nature. I know names.
Anybody that comes to mind where he was talking about, I owe this person some money, or hey, just be on the lookout, this guy's looking for me type of thing?
No, sir, people owe him money. Like he said, this guy, this one right here owed him money. So.
Did he own any weapons, handguns?
Yes, but they're at my house now. We took them over last night. We didn't bring the ammunition though, like, because there's no safe at my home for them. So we intentionally left the ammunition here.
Over here.
Yes, sir.
And then,
So Detective, so far you've learned a few things from Miss Michaels. She indicated that John was alive and fine when she left, correct?
Correct.
She claimed that John had some guns, but they'd been moved to her home, correct?
Correct.
She claimed she did not have a safe at her home, correct?
Correct.
I'm going to resume.
the girl that's supposed to pick up this car over here,
His ex-fiance.
they were supposed to get married?
Yes, sir.
When did they break up?
They broke up, I want to say May.
Of this year?
Yes, sir.
Do you know why they broke up?
She was trying to get back with me, and she moved all of her stuff out. She tried to come back. It just, from what he said, he'd rather try to make it work with me versus being with her.
What's the reaction to that? As far as
He says that she's been trying to text him and he hasn't been answering. So
are you showing up? Were you working or at home?
she did show up one time, like out of the blue, because I came here to take the girls to school, and she was here, and we did not expect it. But that blue car, she's supposed to be driving back to wherever she's at. But I don't know, I think it's Utah, but he said she's coming because it has something about the 16 on it, like the tax or something. And Yoko, I left the keys for Yoko, just in case she did, and someone will stand for her, so.
Did you mention earlier, like, when you were first off with rolling, you guys were trying to avoid her, because as far as her running over or shutting down, is that like a constant problem with her?
I wouldn't say a problem, but he didn't want to keep dealing with her. He said, like, his ring, we actually threw his engagement ring in the trash last night. So he said it's done, he's 100% done, and he wants to have a family with the girls and everything, where we're not driving back and forth.
Yeah.
We brought as much as we could to the house last night. Literally, we were doing this last night to get her out of the house.
Have you seen any text messages she sent him or anything?
No, sir. He just said that he was done, and I just kind of took him at his word.
And she wasn't willing to do that?
I don't know if that was the case. I think,
Just wanted to get
I think she was trying to get back with him because her situation wasn't working out. Like, she left with some other guy, and it wasn't working out, based on what he was telling me. And he kept saying that she was reaching out to him, and then I think some girl named Melissa started reaching back out to him.
your ex-girl?
Yes, sir. And he said she reached out to him on Facebook.
What's Jonathan's phone?
That Yoko that was talking to you in the first breath?
Yes, sir, that's his mom.
Okay.
Yeah, I was sitting there talking, 702-561-9242.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach him, but I just thought his phone was off again, because that's normally what happens when I can't find him. Like from non-payment.
Yeah.
So there's nobody that he's mentioned that has issues with him that you can think other than Andrea, who they had a breakup. They're supposed to get married, but then they decided to try to work it out with you. You said that she left with another guy, so it doesn't sound like she was too upset.
No, He was saying that it wasn't working out where she was at, and she was trying to come back. Yes. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't know if he was saying that just to kind of make me want him more, or what the situation is, but that is what he was saying.
And then what about Anthea? She's the mother of Deviere.
Listen, no, she lives in California.
Does he talk to her at all? Nothing like that. So, you guys, when did you guys start talking back?
We started talking more, I would say, at the beginning of this year, because I was coming down here to take the girls to school and things like that, and he was already saying Andrea was kind of on her way out, so.
Okay. So the girls were living over here with Yoko and Johnson. And when did they move back in with you?
The day school got out.
So around May.
May 26th, 22nd.
So they moved back in with you, and you guys are starting to work things out at that point. And then you guys have been off and on since when?
No, we're not off and on, we're just trying to make a family work. Like, we're not physically intimate or anything like that, we're just trying to, because the girls really want
You guys to be
us
together?
with one house, yeah. And it saves on gas, so we were trying to make that.
Do you have a boyfriend or anything right now?
Yeah, I'm married.
You're married?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so honestly, I was not told that information. I thought you
I'm
guys,
married, but, okay.
we were told that you guys are possibly trying to get back together.
No, we're trying to get everyone in one house and be a family
Oh, okay.
for the girls.
So, who were you married to?
I'm married to Deviere.
The son?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So Deviere, his son, and you are now married. How many people there?
Almost 2 years. And yeah, John knows.
So it wasn't like you guys trying to get back together, like you said, instantly. He's just gonna move back in with you
Yeah.
to be with the girls.
Yes, sir.
Was there a reason for that? Just for the girls, or was there other?
It benefited everyone. He was having issues here. Yoko was trying to, get him out, and I know he needed advice.
Deviere was good with having Dad come back, even though
I wouldn't say good, but he understood. It wasn't his first choice for everything.
And then how you spell Deviere? Deviere.
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 Yes.
Got 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Yes, sir.
Has there been any issues with Deviere and Johnathan?
Yes, sir. Like, they don't work together anymore, but they're not really.
Did he used to work as like a handyman and stuff with them? What does Deviere do now?
Installations for like security systems and stuff.
Like cameras and things like that?
Just taking the cameras down.
Who did?
John and I, we had just taken the cameras down. They're at my house.
The ones, they were working cameras on the
Yes, sir.
house? When did those go down?
Last night, we just brought them over.
Or you just took them off last night?
Yes, sir.
There's no cameras left on there at all. And then, how many dogs are in the house right now that you know of?
4.
And then are they typically, where do they usually stay?
Here.
I mean, like in the house, like where, or
Downstairs
outside?
in John's room.
So they just all hang out downstairs in that. Is that considered a room? Like you walk down and
That's where he sleeps.
that's where he stays?
Yeah.
And they usually just stay out in there. Does he walk outside at all ever? Or?
Yeah. Yeah, he puts them outside. There's a patio door thing, so yeah.
A balcony door?
Yes, sir.
Does that ever get locked, or do you just leave them outside?
No, it gets locked sometimes, like when he's trying to eat and he doesn't want them.
Okay, now. Alright, let's see what's there. You and Deviere been married for 2 years. John was just moving back in with you guys. The girls, trying to keep the family together, and it was beneficial for everybody. You're saying because of the driving and things like that? Or
Not
saving
the
on-
driving, it was just the girls really want us together. And I know it's kind of complicated for them to understand that I'm married to Deviere, so we were bringing John into the house just to kind of keep things. I know it sounds weird, but
Economics and
Do you have any kids with Deviere?
no, sir, I can't have any more children.
You're all having kids?
I mean, I don't know who you could talk to. The neighbor, David. I know John was supposed to go over there last night. He's doing like a crowd play thing.
Like some kind of seafood boil
Party
or
thing,
something.
yeah.
And then, did Johnathan have any workers that he had?
Oh, yeah.
Like any normal, like day-to-day, or was it always something different?
He had a few that were pretty routine.
You know their names?
I just know Andrew. I think the neighbor on the other house to that way worked with them sometimes.
You know his name, by chance?
I want to say his name was David.
David?
Yeah, not this guy, but David.
You know Andrew's last name? You don't have Andrew's number, do you, by chance?
Yes.
Would Deviere know who Andrew is? Would they work together?
I don't know. Like I said, when John texts me, it's usually, hey, I got this job, it's this, and this. So I have those. But they don't really have names on them or anything like that.
When John goes to bed, is there like normal clothing that he wears, like pajamas? I think he meant like when he sleep, there's just like shorts on, no shirt, or just like an underwear, boxers.
The last time John and I shared a room, my daughter was 3 days old, my oldest daughter. So he used to wear boxers to bed.
And that's it.
Yes, sir.
So that sucks. I know it was a long time ago, but sometimes habits don't change, you know.
I know he used to wear boxers. I don't really.
That's all he just get the boxers, no shirt, and that's it.
Yes, sir. When I left, he was wearing boxers. He had on, I want to say like black boxers on.
Okay.
Boxer briefs.
Does John have any tattoos?
Yes.
You know where and what?
On his arm, I don't know which one is which, but it says Oriental John.
And then anywhere else? Do you know? Oh, it's left arm?
One on each arm. I don't know
Oh, like
which one.
Oriental down.
Yeah. But he's had those as long as I've known him.
So you guys been moving his stuff out of here, or was it the girl stuff?
Both. We brought all the girls' clothes and like the majority of his stuff last night.
And how long have you guys been moving stuff out of the house?
Last night.
That's it?
Yes, sir. He loaded everything up that he could and we just brought it over. Like, he made it as quick as possible.
And you're saying Deviere was good with this arrangement?
He was okay with it. I wouldn't say good is not his first option, but he understood.
You're saying he understood that it benefited everybody.
Yeah, it wasn't like there was a lot of animosity about it.
And
The biggest problem was the dogs.
when you guys were starting to talk to each other again, you and John, you say you haven't been into it together since for how long?
2018.
Do you know anybody else that he might have been dating, or Andrea?
Everybody. He was dating Sarah, Andrea, Michelle. He was just like, when we separated, he was just
Just going on dates like crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know how many. He said he had 5 girlfriends at one time.
As far as you know, he wasn't selling like anything illegal right now.
No, his hustle was to go to the Goodwill, buy things, and then try to resell them.
Off-road or something like that.
Yeah, that's why, like, if you look in the backyard, there's a ton of ice.
So he just buys stuff.
He would get, like, turf and just random things from his jobs, and then try to resell them. Like, it seemed like he was trying to do better than what he had been doing in previous years.
Were you guys hanging out at all? Because I know you were all day yesterday, but prior to that, was like a regular thing you guys would hang out, or?
We actually were here a couple of times this week, me and the girls.
Okay.
We had dinner and everything like that. I know we were here on the 4th, because we went over to David's house. I think we were here like a week after that, so it was just whenever.
Does Deviere come with you guys?
No, it was me, John, and the girls. We were trying to build that together.
And then for, Yoko is Deviere's grandma too, right?
It's,
Is the reason why he would want to come over?
no,
He just left it with you guys?
yeah.
Any additional questions for the study practice? Okay. Well, we have your phone number, so if there's anything extra that we need to talk to you about, we'll give you a phone. Okay? Only thing I said, she's 12:43, and that's it.
Shall I keep going?
Can council approve? Lunch recess. During this recess, you must not discuss or communicate with anyone, including fellow jurors, in any way regarding this case or its merits, either by voice, phone, email, text, internet, or other means of communication or social media. You must not read, watch, listen to news or media accounts or commentary about the case. You must not do any research, such as consulting dictionaries, using the internet, or using reference materials. You must not make any investigation, test the theory of the case, recreate any aspect of the case, or in any other way investigate or learn about the case on your own, and you must not form or express any opinion regarding this case until it's finally submitted to you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 1 o'clock. We'll be in recess till 2:15.
All rise for the jury.
Sir, you are excused. Just remind you that you are under oath and you're not allowed to discuss your testimony with anybody, and if you could be back at 2 so we can prompt this down to 2. Okay, thank you. May the record reflect you outside the presence of our jury. State, has 11A been admitted? You showed it, but apparently we don't have it as actually being admitted.
It was in the stack. I may have not said 11A, but there was no,
To 11A.
There was no objection.
Okay, 11A is there. All right. Anything we need to do outside the presence?
No, Your Honor.
All right, moving back to the date. Devyn Michaels, may the record reflect that Ms. Michaels is present with her attorneys, deputy district attorneys on behalf of the state. May the record reflect we are outside the presence of our jurors. State?
there was some confusion earlier with a late marked exhibit, so I just want to clarify for the record. 112A is the shower photo that we referenced. We moved for the admission of that because it's not admitted apparently.
Okay.
No objection.
112A will be admitted.
To clarify the earlier record, the one I was representing was 168A, is actually the backyard photo, and we would move to admit, actually that one is admitted. 168A for the record.
Okay.
291A. Oh, actually. For this witness, we showed defense counsel following exhibits. I'll give you this. 239, 243, 265 through 268, 291A, 339, 344 through 352, 360 through 361, 363 through 368, 373 through 389, 394, and 436.
Okay, and are those going to be stipulated, or are you?
Those are the show.
We will stipulate to the admission of those
Okay,
exhibits.
those will be admitted pursuant to stipulation. Anything else outside the presence?
I don't believe so.
Nope, that covers it.
Okay. And good.
All rise for the jury. Please be seated. Your Honor, the jury's all present and accounted for.
We are going to go back on the record and see 377-239, State of Nevada versus Devyn Michaels. May the record reflect that Ms. Michaels is present with her attorney, deputy attorneys on behalf of the state. We both parties stipulate to the presence of our jury.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and also I just remind you, you are still under oath. Statement of your own.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective, we left off hearing that recording of the first interview conducted with the defendant, Devyn Michaels, correct?
Correct.
If you recall, when that interview was conducted, had you and your team executed the search warrant on the Palladura home yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So did you have a general understanding of what you had in your scene?
Not that we know.
Okay. Did you know there was at least a decapitation?
Yes.
Okay. But anything else is kind of follows the interview?
Yes.
You then enter after a search warrant is authorized by a judge?
Yes,
And do you go into the scene itself?
I do.
Do you stay downstairs, upstairs, go through the whole thing?
I was in charge of searching a few different locations. One was the upstairs master bedroom, one was the kitchen, another was that kind of middle room, dining room area, as well as like a converted living room section that was more of a bedroom.
And is the converted room where John's body was found?
That is correct.
Okay. So let's start with upstairs. Was there anything of evidentiary value found upstairs?
No.
Anything of potential evidentiary value found in the kitchen area?
No.
Anything found in that level where the kitchen is? Like,
No.
and then let's focus in on the converted room, John's room, I'm going to call it. When you went into John's room, did you get an overall perspective of the scene?
I did.
Did you go kind of look around and search different various items?
Yes.
Did you make any observations of the body itself?
I did.
And what were those?
That the body was laying, across the bed with obviously decapitated.
Did you notice a substantial amount of blood under his head? Or where his head should be, I'm sorry?
There was blood on the mattress, I believe, as well as on the floor.
Okay. Did you observe any blood on the ceiling, on the walls, or anything like that?
I did not notice anything else there. No.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but You've been in homicide about 2 years now, correct?
Correct.
Prior to that, had you responded to violent scenes before, even if you weren't on homicide?
Of course.
What types of scenes?
I spent close to 9 years in K-9, so we went to a lot of different violent calls, obviously looking for suspects that had fled, obviously in patrol work and things of that nature. I was also an officer in charge for a while, so obviously responding to like your typical patrol calls, violent crime scenes, suicides, anything of that nature.
Okay. Did you make any general observations about the blood situation in this particular scene?
It looked a bit localized around the actual body.
What do you mean by localized?
As far as like the pool on the mattress as well as underneath, but nothing like you mentioned as far as like on the ceiling or anything like that.
Just so I can clarify, did you observe any blood staining or patterning or dragging or anything other than in that small area around the bed?
I did not.
Anywhere near the front door, the garage, the back door, anything like that?
No.
Okay. Did you observe any of the victim's personal belongings, such as his wallet, his truck keys, his phone, or his social security card within the scene?
I did not locate those items, no.
Did you observe any weapons that could have been used to do this crime?
Obviously there's any kitchen knives and things of that nature, but nothing that was obvious.
Yeah. Nothing in the room?
Not that I located,
No kitchen knives in the room?
Not that I recall, no.
You're referring to the kitchen knives in the kitchen?
Yes, correct.
Any of those, did those have any apparent blood on them or look to be
No.
dirty, I guess? Okay. When, at some point in the investigation, do you get called out to execute a search warrant at a different residence?
I did.
Where was that?
That was going to be at, I believe it's 5510 Porcupine Road.
Showing you what's been admitted as 8. Do you recognize this generally?
Yes.
And what does this appear to be?
That looks like, obviously at the top it's going to be 5510 Porcupine Rim Street. And then down at the bottom, it appears to be the Paula Victoria address in the city.
Okay. And the information on the left, does that look like just a general Google mapping?
Yes.
And it appears here that there are a couple different routes you can take, but overall it's about 32 to 36 minutes between the two via a vehicle.
Yeah, it looks like that appears to be what the route says.
And this particular route that's highlighted, it says 25.8 miles. Is that fair?
Yes.
If you can see that. And this Paladura scene within your jurisdiction in Henderson.
Yes.
Porcupine Rim scene is within Metro's jurisdiction, but as a result of you investigating a Henderson homicide, you go into that jurisdiction.
Yes.
Is that common for agencies to overlap during
Absolutely.
investigations? When was it that you responded to this Porcupine Rim scene, if you can recall?
I believe that was later in the evening on the 7th.
So we're still on the 7th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a yes?
Yes.
States 239, already admitted. Is this the Porcupine Rim address?
That appears to be so, yes.
And there's two very apparent vehicles, but then there's one kind of tucked behind the van. Can you see that?
Yes.
Were you present for the searching of any of that?
For the overall residence, yes.
Okay. Were you present for the searching of the vehicles, or?
I believe the other detectives in our unit were actually searching those specific vehicles.
Okay. And you obviously are working in tandem with other detectives and crime scene investigators as
That is
well.
correct.
So I pulled a few photos. We'll have a crime scene investigator talk about the scene later, but I want to direct you to a few things. States 265, do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is this?
That appears to be the front entry room inside the residence.
Okay. Fair to say there's a shoe rack on the right side here?
Correct.
And did you find any shoes that were black and white Nikes with a white Nike swoosh across the outside?
I did not locate anything.
Okay. Showing you states 268. Is this the same room?
Yes.
Do you see these samurai swords here?
I do.
Were those of something of interest that you guys were interested in?
Yes.
And did you observe those?
I do not recall actually pulling them out personally, but I did observe them in the room.
Okay. Did somebody pull them out and check if there was blood on them?
I assume so, yes.
Okay. But you wouldn't know that? You don't recall
I
that?
did not personally do that.
Okay. 267. I can't remember why I put this up. Do you see anything of evidentiary value found in this one?
No.
Okay. $291A. Did you participate in any of the upstairs searching?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you recall ever having found you or anyone on your team black and white female-sized Nike shoes with a white swoosh along the side?
I don't recall it. No.
Did you participate heavily in the search of the main bedroom?
The downstairs master?
Yes.
Correct, I did.
Tell us generally what your observations were of that bedroom.
Appeared to be like the largest bedroom in the house. That was downstairs. It was cluttered with lots of different clothes, papers, electronic devices, things of that nature.
And during the course of your search warrant, are you looking for particular items that are authorized by the judge?
We were.
And then if you come across something that was not originally expected or authorized, what is the procedure then?
Well, typically we'll obviously take note of it and identify it and then contact the lead detective to determine what course to take from that point.
Okay. In this particular case, were you looking for any items associated with the victim?
We were.
And did you find some items associated with the
I
victim?
did.
Describe the search process and how you came upon those items.
So with the search process, just when executing a search warrant, we obviously let our crime scene analysts first enter. They take overall crime scene photos of the thing, or the way the condition of the room was before we enter. After they're done with that process, then we enter, and then we actually physically search for the items that are within the search warrant.
Okay. In this particular case, were you tasked with searching through the dresser in that master room?
Yes,
And did you find something of note?
I did.
What was that?
I found a black wallet, as well as a set of car keys.
And you know, before we get there, I'm going to show you 366. You recognize that?
Yes.
You remember where that was found?
I believe that was on the bed.
373. What is this?
That looks like the same bag with a cell phone.
Okay, and then we have some items that appear to have been removed from that bag.
Appears to be, yes.
374, was that an item that was in that bag?
I believe so.
367, is that another item that was in that bag?
Yes.
368, is that another item that was in that bag?
Yes.
Before the camera goes and broadcasts that to the world, can I borrow your light? Fair to say that's a social security card, sir?
That appears to be, yes.
Just for the record, I've redacted out the social security number, Judge. 368. Can you read into the record the name on that social security card?
The social security card says Johnathan James Willette.
$394. Is that the contents of that wallet?
It appears to be.
$395. The rear side of the contents?
If you zoom out a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Um, 364, same wallet. This is the condition where it was actually found.
Yes.
363, same thing, just showing a different angle of how the social security card was found.
Yes.
You mentioned searching the dresser.
I did.
Showing you 344. You generally recognize this?
I do.
So tell us about the search and how you came upon this item, and was it in this position when you first found it?
So when I first found it, it was actually in the top left drawer of the dresser in the back right corner, buried under like women's lingerie, underwear, things of that nature. The items, which were actually the wallet as well as the Chevrolet keys, were in a series of bags. So like the wallet and the keys were in one bag, and that was tied off, and then that was in another bag, and so forth, I believe, for a total of 6 bags.
Ultimately, do you document, you and other people document the process of unraveling those bags to see what's inside? 345, unraveling the bags.
Yes.
346, unraveling the bags.
Yes.
347, is this the innermost bag?
I believe so.
And I note the person holding it is wearing gloves.
Yes.
Is that you, do you know?
More than likely, I believe it is.
Okay, anyone who touched this bag within the scene, would they have been wearing gloves?
Yes.
And what's the purpose of that?
Just basically prevent contamination of the crime scene as much as possible.
Okay. Ultimately, is that last bag opened?
I believe so. There could be one more. I don't.
Okay, let me show you 348. Ultimately, I mean, every bag is opened.
Yes.
And what is inside?
So that is a black wallet with Jonathan's driver's license in it, as well as a set of Chevrolet car keys.
349, a little closer image, it shows both those items.
Correct.
350, there's the truck keys in there.
Yes.
351, just a different angle of both items.
Correct.
And 352, that's the outside of the wallet.
Yes.
Ultimately, 436, that's photographed later, correct?
I believe that was taken by a crime scene analyst somewhere else.
360, what are we looking at here?
That would be the bed in that same bedroom.
And what is this item here?
That is a blue striped dress.
361, same dress.
Correct.
Appears there's a notebook next to it.
Yes.
Did that notebook contain anything?
I don't know if it was that specific notebook, but there were various, I believe, notebooks in the area.
Were there various notebooks and writings in the area?
I believe so, yes.
335, does that show some of those writings?
Yes.
336, is that zoomed in on the one in the center of the photograph?
Yes.
.338, is that another one of those writings? This one like crumpled up?
Yes.
339, another one of those writings?
Yes.
.337, another one of those writings?
Yes.
.376, another one of those writings?
Yes.
And this starts with, so it has been officially 3 days since Deviere and I have stopped talking. He doesn't really seem too phased.
Yes.
337, another one of these writings.
Correct.
378, again another.
Yes.
379, another.
Yes.
380, another.
Yes.
381, another.
Yes.
382, another.
Correct.
383, another.
Yes.
384, another. Oops.
Yes.
385, another.
Yes.
386, another.
Yes.
387, another.
Yes.
388, another.
Yes.
And 389, the last one.
Yes.
This one starts with broken heart again, another lesson learned.
Yes.
The following day, did you participate in writing a search warrant for some call detail records?
I did.
Do you remember which call detail records you were searching for?
That would have been the Devyn's phone number, which was the 702-677-4430 number.
Okay, and call detail records come from the cell phone company, right?
Correct. And in that case, I believe it was AT&T.
And other detectives will be better suited to talk about the contents of those, not yourself.
Correct.
You helped obtain them?
Yes.
Okay, I'll pass the witness.
Ross?
Yes, thank you. Detective, in reference to the writings that I'm gathering here from counsel's desk, you would testify that these were recovered at the Porcupine residence?
Were those ones that we were just going over?
Correct. Several of them, correct?
Correct.
You reviewed these in preparation for your testimony today?
I did.
Would you agree with me that these appear to be entries into a diary, perhaps?
I'd say like a journal of sorts.
Okay, fair enough. And did these writings contain dates that you recall?
I don't recall seeing dates.
Okay. So in reference to the contents of these, you can't give us any indication as to when they were written?
No.
Months before, years before, fair to say?
That's fair assessment.
Are you aware of how long the occupant, or first of all, who owned this home?
Legally, I don't know exactly who owned the home, but I was told that Devyn and Deviere lived there.
Okay. Are you aware as to how long Devyn had been living there?
I am not aware of that.
Years, months, no idea. In fact, you have no idea where these were authored, correct?
No.
Were you aware of what was going on between the two houses, the Palmadura house and the Porcupine house? Occupants, what was going on, a move? Were you aware of what was going on?
Yes.
Based upon your knowledge, Johnathan Willette was moving into the Porcupine residence,
Yes.
correct?
That's what we were under the impression of.
And that was the residence where you found the wallet, the keys, Social Security card, correct? You'd agree with me that it appears that items had been moved in, they were out of place. I mean, the place was kind of messy and looked like a move.
It did.
Okay. Did you have it, when you were at the Palmadura house, that house was in disarray as well, correct?
I think that's a fair assessment.
Fair to say that it appeared that the occupants, particularly Johnathan, was moving.
Yes.
In reference to the interview that you had had with Devyn, that interview began approximately 12 p.m.?
I believe so.
And that was at the Palmadura house, correct?
Yes. In the general area. It wasn't inside the house, obviously, but it was out front.
Okay. Fair to say that she had been summoned to the house and she had come?
She did.
Had there been a discussion that neighbors had called her or something that she knew something had occurred?
I got the phone number from one of the neighbors, and then I made phone contact with Devyn.
Okay. And asked her if she would come and speak to you?
Yes.
And she came willingly?
Yes.
And she appeared to cooperate with you?
Yes.
She obviously was made aware that something bad had happened.
Yes.
And it concerned Johnathan.
Yes.
And she came and freely and voluntarily answered your questions.
She did.
Thank you. I have no further questions. Oh, actually, one more question. You were given the map, the distance between the two houses. Do you have that, counsel?
Yeah, right. I have one map. It's probably under this.
Do you recall that it was a Google map in the distance?
So that would have been that map, yes.
there was a time on that map, correct?
I believe there was.
Now, when Google calculates that time takes into account the time of day, correct?
I'm not sure with Google. I'm more familiar with Apple Maps. Like as far as on your iPhone, I know that it will typically account for traffic conditions.
So the time, perhaps, if that's pulled in the middle of the day, would be a different time. Let's say that if it were pulled at 2:30 or 3 in the morning.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, fair to say that those distances and that, well, the distance would remain the same, but the time to go from point A to point B would presumably be less in the middle of the night versus
Yes.
in the middle of the day. And when you pulled that, or when that was prepared, are you aware of what time of day that was?
I am not.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Nope, thank you.
Do the ladies and gentlemen of the jury have any questions for this witness? Okay, seeing no response, the deputy, you're excused. Thank you very much for your testimony here today.